just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's your rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, no, he not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but then take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask for...
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Ford Field. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down gets him a couple up to the 27.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Second and 8 coming up. Here's Lance to throw it. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Here's Swift. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Mike 3. What's the curl?
Now Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Swift, boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Faking to give to Mostert. Now Lance. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Robert Foster, 71 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Nick Bosa had an outstanding freshman campaign in 2019 with a 9-sack season and was named Defensive Rookie of the Year. Went down with a knee injury in Week 2 last year, and the Niners' fortunes seemed to sag right along with it.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one good for 37 yards.
Well, if you pull up his college highlight reel, you will see no shortage of great throws, and here's one in his NFL debut for big yardage.
And this is going to be a big test early in his career. How accurate can he be on throws like this? If he keeps doing that, he's going to be just fine.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Lance looking to throw it.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jalen Hurd there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now Joey Slye for the point after.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Niners 14, Lions 3. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is gone.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
From the 50, it's Goff. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. They find some open field here. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays. And there's an example of that right there.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Goff a handoff here to Swift. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run right here with Swift. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Word out. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Bandit.
Goff now to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Sly on for the extra point. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Niners 21, Lions 3. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Goff. That is caught. It's Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Play action. It's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Off play action. Here's Goff. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Jack Fox now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at about the 28. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
33-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really
touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 67 yards. And the Niners are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, Raheem Mostert, we know the story, from special teamer to postseason hero. All he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Lions 3. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Goff. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
We're good. We're good.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Aiyuk.
And all the way down to the 5.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Brandon Aiyuk.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. Slide for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Second and 10.
Back to throw, Goff.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
At the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Throwing now is Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
If you run an out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Gone. Finding Williams once more, complete. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a 1st down throw. Gone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And Lance now to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And he will find his man Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Lance a handoff here to Mostert, and he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first.
And the 49er
Lance now on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Lance looks to throw again. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Lance. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. At their own 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no goal.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
And Lance going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case, with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
On first down, Mostert stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Good play defensively. It'll be a loss of 1. Second down coming up.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Second and 11 now.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Let's go, hey.
Now Lance on the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Geno Atkins able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. Touchdown, 49ers. Robert Foster, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will extend this big lead.
49, Lions 3. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. After the run, Goff going to throw. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. Ballantyne opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run out of the gun with Swift. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, show that he's right.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Goff. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyrell Williams, 38 yards. And the Lions gain a bit of respectability. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here's take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
by
the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
All day, every day, any day.
On first down, they go with Mostert again.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Let him know.
Working from the gun, Lance.
He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Ready. 10 black. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Watch twins.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
Space to run past the 20. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Here we go. Yellow, 43. Let's go, hey. Well, Mike 34. Come on, 34.
Here's Lance to throw it. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And, partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Niners 63, Lions 10. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown.
On the return, Corey Ballantyne.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Trey Lance, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will extend this big lead.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Valentine to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Tackle that time by Jaquiski Tartt.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Eric Armstead. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. They'll try it now with Swift. And this will wind up a Lions first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw him off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. Goff on first down. And now here's another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Mostert. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Second down and goal. Lance under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. It's big Trey Flowers getting in there that time for the sack. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Joey Slye on for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Ballantyne to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's gone. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Goff. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On first down, Swift. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's got this down to the 35. 116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
On play action, Lance. This will be caught at Samuel. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards that time. A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. That's swung out to Mostert. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
And his kick here is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
They're on the 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defense